What's up, second channel? Mostly this is a vlog channel or a family channel or a, I don't know. This is a whatever channel. This is a whatever I feel like posting, whatever me and Bobby feel like posting. We actually have vlog footage we probably should post, or maybe we'll just do another vlog and post that because I don't like posting old shit. But I figured for Friday the 13th, I should read you guys a creepy Reddit no sleep story about Friday the 13th because I want to, and I'm already filming anyway because I just filmed for my main channel. So let's read a creepy story. I haven't read it all the way through. I read some of it just to make sure I wasn't stupid. It doesn't seem to be stupid, so let's read it together. Friday the 13th, and this is by I am done with you all _ and I'll link their Reddit below. Friday the 13th. Have you ever seen someone break tradition? Seen them getting up out of nowhere and then doing something that they had been warned not to do? I call it stupidity. There's a tradition in our town. Only a few families follow it these days, and mine is amongst them. But back in those good old days, every single living thing would follow that tradition. Whenever the calendar displayed Friday the 13th, it meant one thing. Get inside your houses and lock yourselves up before 7 p.m. And yeah, don't come out before 12 hours. Even animals could sense that something was horribly wrong. Stray or tamed, they would crawl inside whatever was available. They didn't even whimper, just stayed there, silently. Everything felt wrong for those 12 hours. I never knew why. As far as I can remember, even a 5-year-old me didn't throw tantrums or question my parents on the nights. Just shut up and obeyed. We shut, locked, and chained every door and window. Windows were boarded up, and my parents made sure that there were no openings anywhere. We lived in a place where the weather didn't get too cold and there were no chimneys in any of the houses. We locked the doors and then pulled a shutter that we had installed from the inside. You had exactly 13 minutes to do your business, and then the lights were turned off. Then we all just sort of huddled in my parents' bedroom, sitting in the dark. We didn't talk, we didn't move, we just waited there. The door leading to my parents' room was locked from the inside as well, and the strongest of the shutters were installed there. We had to make sure all of this was done before 7 p.m. because as soon as the clock hit 7, 13 seconds later, everything would fall silent. There would be no noise. No unknown beast roamed around outside. There were no werewolves, vampires, or spirits. It was just silence. I was 10 when I asked my parents the reason for doing all of this. There is no one outside and nothing that can come inside. It's the night, dear, the night. No one who has gone outside on a Friday the 13th has come back again. We lock the doors so that we aren't tempted to go outside. The lock and the darkness can remind us that we must follow the tradition and stay inside, my mom replied. I think that she says this because of Aunt May, who was Mom's twin. She went missing on Friday the 13th. Of course, to you people, it's going to sound like an easy task, sitting there in the dark, doing nothing, just listening. But trust me, it kind of plays with your sanity. Ever since you could think, your instinct told you that something was wrong on these nights. The silence seemed to bounce from everywhere. And to top that all, you're not supposed to make a sound. I remember a night when the crunching of leaves under footsteps suddenly broke the silence. It felt like it was coming from inside of our house, but then it suddenly stopped. Silence reigned once again. We looked at each other, our wide eyes glowing in the dark. The only sound in the house was the soft ticking of the clocks. For a second, it seemed like just a normal night, when you're lying in your bed, unable to sleep, and everyone else is asleep. But suddenly, out of nowhere, came a knock. Not from the window, not from the door, but from under the bed on which we were sitting. It was just a soft knock, 3 times. I nearly screamed, but Mom's hand covered my mouth, and I could feel her shaking as she covered her own as well. My sister Linda hugged Mom tightly while we waited for another knock, for the bed to blow up or for something to crawl out of the bed, but nothing happened. The night was silent. We didn't move a muscle, and suddenly we heard a scream from the house next to us. It was the old man's son, James. We heard a loud thumping from their house while we hugged each other even tighter. Then I heard their shutters being drawn up and the front door was kicked open. I closed my eyes, letting a few tears drip down my chin as I imagined, or rather tried to imagine, what might be happening. James was a 30-something man who still lived with his father. He suddenly roared, "I'm done. Done with this bullshit, Father. There's nothing, absolutely nothing here. I can't see why the hell we sit here in the dark. Everything is perfect." I heard the old man again telling his son something whilst trying to keep his voice down. A short argument followed before James bellowed, "I'm just tired of this nonsense. I'm not sitting here like a little child. I'm gonna man up and save this fucking town or find out what the fuck is wrong." I heard James give a shrill cry and then nothing. Everything was silent again. The next morning, the clock hit 7 and we moved. I toppled the floor. My legs were numb and stiff. My sister and I weren't allowed to go outside, but we did manage to dig out some information from straining our ears, pressing them against the doors, trying to make something out of the hushed conversations. James had gone out of the house. His father ran after him, trying to get him back inside. That's it. Both of them were gone. Their front door was wide open the next morning. They were never found. Taken, stolen by the night, Mom would say. Then one day, James suddenly turned up. It was a Sunday morning. Mom and I were coming home from the grocery store when we saw James sitting in his yard. He waved at us and called, "How's it going?" I looked at Mom, dumbstruck. What the actual... But I had no time to complete the rest of my sentence. Mom grabbed me and we ran away at full speed. Again, Linda and I weren't allowed to go outside, except for school. Again, we tried to get a clue of what was happening by pressing our ears against the doors, trying to dig something out. The whole town was in shock. James and his father were the first people to turn up alive without even so much as a scratch on their faces. There's nothing there. The whole town has gone mental, James would go around the town telling everyone. The next ones to roam out in the night were a group of teenagers. They too came back home the next morning. James was right. There's nothing out there. One person must have gone missing on a Friday the 13th, and the whole town fell into the superstition that you can't go out that night. Slowly, more and more people started going out and turned back unharmed and looked really happy. People stopped locking their homes to the extreme measures. They started treating the night as a normal night, but not us. "Mom, why do we still do all this?" I asked her one night. "Nothing's happened to anyone so far. Why don't we just treat this night as a normal night?" "Haven't you noticed?" she asked me as soon as she pulled the shutter down. "All these people who went out there are not themselves. They've been replaced." "No, there's something even worse than that." Wait. "You mean these people are all doppelgangers?" "No, there's something even worse than that. They might look like them, act like them, behave like the people they stole, but they're not them. If you look into their eyes, Stacy, you can see that. They're fake. No one can live if you break traditions." And so we do it. We lock our doors, windows, pull down our shutters, we huddle together under blankets and wait. We can hear people going out, having fun, but our parents tell us that this is all a trap. Mom looks at me with wide eyes and whispers slowly, "We're good people, Stacy. We don't break traditions. All these people are not real, and they will try to take us as well, but no matter what they say, don't go out." I trust my parents. I believe them. There are a few people in this town who still follow the tradition. We know the truth. They know the truth. They know that we know the truth. We know that they know we know the truth. "You and your family are crazy," a kid in my school told me. "Why don't you come out at night? There's nothing out there." I don't give a damn. They can call us crazy. They can call us mental. But we are not imagining things. We know that these people are not real anymore. They are imposters and doppelgangers. We're not imagining things. We're not crazy. But sometimes I do think, what if we're the crazy ones? What if everything is normal, but we're the ones who are making things up? No, this cannot happen. We're not making things up. This is true. This has to be true. Those who go out on Friday the 13th end up missing and then get replaced by duplicates. I don't give a damn on who is right or wrong. All I know is whenever the night comes, we lock up. After all, we're a good family and we follow tradition. Hey, I don't know. Who do you think's crazy? Do you think this family is the creepy ones? Because I kind of do. Anyway, my battery is about to die. Let me know what you thought about this creepy story and if you want me to do this more often. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.